In this video we're going to look at a couple of trades in which the odds have gone the wrong way and see what happens to our liabilities if we try and trade part way out of a red trade. Okay, well we'll do a bet first trade first. I'm in my Hedge 3 bet sheet here, and this is one section of the sheet. So I've put a bet in. Say we put a bet in on Betfair at odds of 4 for a stake of £50. You can see at the top there, if we hit the loser we lose our £50, and if we hit the winner we stand to win 150. Now if we were betting and then laying, we would need to bet at high odds and lay at low odds. So at the moment, with a bet at odds of 4, if we lay at 4 for £50 we would break even on the trade. We would win or lose nothing. Now if the odds go the wrong way, say they go out to 4.5, we've now got a bet at lower odds than the lay odds. So if we were to lay now at 4.5 after betting at odds of 4, if we laid £44.44, we would lose £5.56 on our trade. Now if we were in a football match or something like that, and we could expect maybe these odds to come down again as time passed in the game, or maybe another goal went in, we could hang on and wait to trade at lower odds. But in the meantime we might decide to lay a bit of this off. So if we laid £10 at 4.5, we would reduce by laying that £10 we would reduce our bet liabilities by £10, but our winnings would also reduce. Now if we'd done that there, our liabilities there are still at £5. We still stand to lose £5.56 even though we've reduced our exposure. Now we could, if we'd laid another £10, that liability there, if we trade out, still stays at £5.56 even though we've now laid £20 to reduce our potential loss. Now we need to see, if we take a look at what's been happening here further up, you could see something quite similar. Now if we put odds of 4 back in there, we can see what's been happening to this part of our trade here. We'll just get rid of these for a moment. Originally we would break even at 4, but if we put in a lay at 4.5, if we alter that to 4.2 so we can see what's going on, we can see our break even odds there at 4, and here if we had to lay at 4.5, there is our potential loss of 5.56. Now if we lay our first laying of £10 at 4.5, you'll see these break even odds here will go up. There we are. Look, we can no longer break even at odds of 4. We would need to lay at 3.8 in order to come out with a slight loss, a slight gain. Now if we put another 4.5 laying for £10, those break even odds have gone even lower now. Look, so if we put 4 in there now, you can see, well, we can't see them, can we? So 3.8, there they are. Look, now to get out of our trade now we would need the odds to drop down to 3.65, whereas if we'd done nothing at all we could wait and get out at odds of 4 instead, if those weren't in there. If we do nothing we can get out at 4, but if we mess about and put a few bets in, all we're doing is chasing away the break-even odds. They're no longer at 4, we need the odds to drop right down to 3.65 before we're able to get out. So the only advantage of placing some lays at unfavourable odds is that we're reducing our potential loss there. but that also reduces our winnings as well, of course. Now whilst the current odds remain at 4.5, we'll still, if we had to trade out at 4.5, we've done absolutely nothing whatsoever to reduce that potential loss. That loss is still at 5.56. Sorry, £5.56 if we had to trade out at the unfavourable odds. So placing these extra layers here has done nothing to help our trade other than chase away the break-even odds. So we would now need even lower odds in order to exit the trade with nil loss. Now if we lay first, it's exactly the same. This was a bet first trade, so if we'll now look at a lay first trade, and we'll see it's exactly the same. Now I've adjusted the sheet now. Now we've got a lay-in at odds of 4 for a stake of 50, and at the top we can see what happens to our trade. If we're to loser, we have a successful lay and win £50. If we're to winner, we have to pay out, and it costs us 150. Now if the odds drop down to 3.85, we'll see now that if we had to trade out at 3.85, we would make a loss of £1.95 if we'd bet at 4 and laid at 3.85. So remember that £1.95. Once again, if we decide to place some bets at odds of 3.85, that potential loss will stay exactly the same, and all that will happen is that we'll be chasing away the break-even odds, which were at 4 there. So we'll put a £10 stake in at 3.85, and now look, the break-even odds have gone from 4 up to 4.05. If we put another one in, 3.85 for £10, bet at £10, you'll see this will disappear off the screen now. That will become red. There we are, look. So if I put 4 back up there now, you can see that at 3.85 we've still got a potential loss of 1.95 if we trade out at 3.85. But now, having placed these two £10 bets at odds of 3.85, the break-even odds now are up at 4.1 instead of at 4. So once again, if we try to reduce our liabilities by placing a couple of bets at unfavourable odds, we do nothing to reduce our potential loss on our trade. It's still at 1.95. All we're doing is chasing away the break-even odds and making the situation worse.